Jeff Bezos once said our ultimate financial measure, and the one we most want to drive to over the long run, is free cash flow per share. Let's see how this ultimate financial measure can print cash. Finance 101 says the value of anything is easy to compute. Just add up the cash flows from now until the heat death of the universe, discounted, meaning adjusted, by an interest rate. Wait, it's all free cash flow? Yeah, it always has been. But while that's easy to say, in practice, it's impossible to know. So let's look at Jeff Bezos' ultimate financial measure. Free cash flow is the cash from the business operations minus capital expenses. And that cash is free because it can go towards paying back shareholders, paying off debt, or new investments. So it's a great measure for the financial health of a company. The free cash flow yield turns this into a percentage form. This is what Jeff Bezos was talking about. So we adjust by the share price, or by this formula here, the total free cash flow divided by the market cap. And so because this is a percentage, a higher free cash flow yield means we're getting more bang for our buck, or in this case, more bucks for our buck, more cash for the current share price. But does this actually work for our portfolios? So here we're using valueglance.com to run a full backtest and test the free cash flow yield strategy. We take a strategy of free cash flow yield above 10%, and what we're looking at is over the past 36 years, going back to 1990, how would $1 have grown invested in a free cash flow yield strategy versus the S&P 500? And so the free cash flow yield strategy is shown on the top, over 18% annualized return. Over this time, it turned $1 into nearly $400, compared to the S&P 500 turning $1 into around $20. Now, while there are ways to improve this strategy further and be smart about tax implications, hopefully the conclusion is clear. Free cash flow and free cash flow yield are a very powerful metric over the long run. Through bull markets and bear markets, housing busts and tech booms, we see that this strategy outperformed the market for decades. So what do you think about Jeff Bezos' ultimate financial measure? Is free cash flow still king?